So I'm gonna do a little garden tour today, and this is the favorite thing that I grow. Say hi. Say hi. He's very mad right now. He's not getting his way. So part for my own documentation so that I know what the garden was like this time last year, and part to share. These are all of my zucchini plants. I think this was originally 6. That's way too many for a small family, but an okay size if you are able to sell them or donate them or something else besides fried zucchini and zucchini bread and zucchini everything. They're still looking pretty good, still looking healthy for the most part. Don't mind the weeds. Cucumbers. I put in 2 varieties this year. The cucumbers did well at first. They were coming in really strong, lots of great tasting, yummy cucumbers. And then disease has kind of set in and pretty much won at this point. This is the downside to organic gardening. So I've been a victim of the cucumber beetle and the wilt disease that these guys get. I did get a lot of pickles and things before, so that's good. So you can see they're still producing, but not a consistent shape and that kind of thing. I think that is probably more from inconsistent watering, maybe. I don't know, I'd have to ask somebody else. But there are still some good ones, so that one is probably going to be a keeper. So that one still looks pretty good. I'll take that one. The downside to trellising cucumbers is sometimes they get stuck in the fence. That's no problem for me. Our family will still eat that, no big deal. But I can't take that to market or anything like that. People won't want it. So I'm going to give these another maybe day or two, and I'm going to pull them all out so that I can put a fall crop in here. I have to research to see if they can go to compost or not. Sometimes you can't put something that has a disease in compost, and sometimes you can. So I got to research that. I have maple trees naturally growing all throughout the garden. We have a lot of maple trees in general, so I'm just going to let those go. And if I get gorgeous trees, then I do. Bonus. Free trees, right? This one looks pretty good still. These on the end, these were all a pickling variety, so they're kind of meant to be smaller, but you can see how bad a lot of these look. Like, it's just, they're having a hard time. What is going on with this? Okay, that's enough cucumbers. So tomatoes. The tomato plants are well. I learned a lot about tomatoes this year, and I think that this will be my best crop ever, growing several different varieties. Those mini ones over there are my favorites. I have marigolds throughout just to help with some of the bugs. I haven't just decided yet if they are doing their job or not. These are my favorite. These are gardener's snack. You can just get a little snack while you're out here working. And then Theodore's over there in the weeds. Our tall grasses. So this was my spring crop area. I had radishes and lettuce and things like that. Honestly, they didn't do that well, so I went ahead and took it out and left everything but the carrots, and I did another planting of beans. And this is my solution for the bunnies. So far this is working, but these are meant for drainage, like they're, you know, hundreds of feet long or whatever, but we had some here, and I just had Chris cut them, and I've got my bean plants snuggled up in there. We didn't cut enough, so some of them are still kind of just out in the open. We'll see what happens if the bunnies get them. These are sunflowers. Oh, hi friend. These are sunflowers that I planted really late, so we'll see what happens if I get those. Pumpkins. Now, I knew darn well that pumpkins were going to take over everything, but I didn't listen to myself, and I planted them all very close together, and they are just coming way on out here. So we should have some good pumpkins. And cabbage. Cabbage did not go well. Again, this is another problem of being an organic gardener. Just bugs. Bugs just really got to it. This one's looking okay-ish. We've got another maple tree friend here. More cabbage in there. Look at this one. Ah. Oh, well, you win some, you lose some, I suppose. More marigolds. Don't mind all the weeds. It's August. It is what it is at this point. The pepper plants are doing really well. I'm not sure if I was supposed to prune them and trim them up like the tomatoes. I'll have to research that and see what I'm supposed to be doing with them. But they are just starting to come in, so we're working on ways to save those and put those up and eat them, obviously. There's Theodore. So all of this is squash of one kind or another. So I'm hoping that these guys make it, most of them make it, but I've got some really lovely butternut squash here. Look at that guy. They're getting really big, so I'm just waiting for the color to change on those. They should get, you know, that light tan color, and then they'll be ready to pick. And I know that if I leave some on even longer and wait for the skin to harden up, that would be one that I could save for the winter. There's another one. They're looking good. I did have some calcium trouble with those early on, and we were able to fix that. I've got several different plants of corn in different places, all in different stages. So this is the corn that's ready or done. We've already taken quite a bit of it. There's still more that needs to be taken. These were next. I put those in maybe about a couple weeks after these bigger ones. And then I've got some smaller ones and then some even smaller ones over there behind the tomatoes. So hopefully we'll have corn for a while. This is a little tiny melon working its way to be yummy, hopefully. I don't know what those, see how like that, the skin is looking a little weird? I don't know what's going on there. I have to figure that out. I've never grown melons before, so I'm gonna have to ask my neighbor or research it. Really pretty maple tree growing there. And I just let them do their thing. The weeds over here are just horrible. It's just, it is what it is. You can only do so much this time of year. These are my yellow squash plants. They're not really doing that well. Honestly, I'm kind of over them, so I'm kind of okay with that. I did do a second planting of cucumbers. You can see one little tiny plant there. I don't think that they're going to make it. I think that they've been more of a victim of the same diseases. These are some bigger bean plants that I tried to keep away from the bunnies, but you can see they're still delighting on my bean plants. I give up on that. They can have it. It's fine. It's fine. And then that brings us back to zucchini. So I am going to look for zucchini, and Thanks for learning about my garden.